Hello everybody, it's me, Mello. I don't usually make these kinds of videos. I used to make gaming videos, but now these days I find myself making music, and so I'm just releasing the music videos, and I'm just kind of having fun with that. But my YouTube feed has been giving me a lot of GTA 5, GTA 4 content on account of me playing the new enhanced editions, which by the way, if you haven't played, I recommend. I do like the ray tracing, the global illumination. It makes the game just 2% better. But yeah, I've been getting these videos popping up, and they all have these takes on the driving differences, and they've all managed to succeed to annoy me with the lack of insight and the lack of grass touching. I'm kidding. These two games approach car handling in a completely opposite ways. If you ask anybody, they'll tell you that GTA 5 was just an overcorrection of GTA 4, and that GTA 4 was this shitty fucking thing or whatever. You know, the community has its takes, but these games have their reasons. They have the reasons for the way that the car is handled, in the sake of art style, in the sake of fun, and in the sake of all these things that matter more than realism. Don't get me wrong, Rockstar is gonna try to, make it at least look real, but it doesn't have to be real. If you're a GTA YouTuber who has taken this subject on realism, this message goes out to you as well. I'm Mello. I'm a part-time mechanic, and I have a certificate in automotive technology. With all this being said, let's begin. First up, GTA 4. The driving in this game is heavy, it's clunky, but it's done intentionally. It's not like Rockstar sat there and did this shit just to piss me off. No, it was done for a very specific reason. But with that being said, every car feels like it's carrying a lot of weight. If you take a corner too fast, you're done. You're gonna crash. Even if you take it in a comet, you're gonna crash. And so that's my first gripe with this game. Every car handles like it's an SUV with the shocks deleted. We'll get into shocks later, but this results in every car handling like my 1998 Ford Explorer. The Comet, for instance, which is based off the Porsche 911, is a car built for the track. When you have a car built for the track, you tend to prioritize handling over comfort. You want less body roll when you're on the track. This is because body roll can cause the loss of traction, which happens a lot in that game, by the way. It is, to be fair, it is simulated accurately, but it's not accurate to how that car would handle. What I see a lot of YouTubers do when they talk about this is that they usually bring up that fucking stupid video. All these YouTubers bring up this video that show the vehicles rolling and popping on two wheels on this test track. This is known as the Moose test. Forgive me, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's called the Moose test or the Deer test, whatever. Conveniently, all of the videos that they show are usually of, vehicles that fail said Moose test. They roll too much that it becomes a concern for not only public safety, but the safety of the owner. No one's expecting an F-150 to take a corner good. And even then, the F-150 is a bad example because I think it actually passed the Moose test. I might add a picture here. But they always show the clips of the cars not handling good, and I don't know if that's done intentionally, but it's convenient. It's convenient because it supports the GTA 4 propaganda. Not only are you using, these body-on-frame vehicles that don't handle good to begin with for the sake of an argument for GTA 4, you're also using vehicles that are the worst in that category. So you're saying this piece of dog shit car that can't drive for shit is exactly how every car in this game should drive? No. Just no. With all that being said, Rockstar made the vehicles like this because it matches the aesthetic of the New York grind. It does so by adding elements to the driving that complement these tight streets that you have to drive through. It's fun. It's really fun to drive in GTA 4. But you can't sit there and say this is the more accurate game. If you go too fast in this game, you're gonna crash. Guaranteed. That's not a bad thing. That's realistic. That's what police chases even end fucking 90% of the time. Or at least end at all. Let's go to GTA 5. GTA 5 is a totally different story. Rockstar flipped the fucking script for this game and made everything feel like a sports car. Generally. For the most part. I keep seeing YouTubers say that, oh, well, the cars all handle the same. I'll tell you right now, they don't. They just don't. Because even though you're not leaning as you should be, for instance, in the GTA 5 equivalent of the Hummer, when you make a turn, those bitches should be fucking rolling because fucking, I don't know, the Hummer wasn't made for fucking turning on the track. It was made for off-roading. That being said, the weight is still a factor to your handling. And the weight determines when you'll break traction. If you weigh more, you're going to break traction more easily. And GTA 4 does this by having the weight of the vehicle lean into that side. Which is, you know, it does good by it, but it also will it'll punish every other car with that system implemented. You know, like I brought up earlier, the 911, the Porsche 911 is punished by that, when it really shouldn't. In GTA 5, if you drive any vehicle that's fucking heavy and it's a rear-wheel drive, you take a turn hard enough, you will break traction. As opposed to something that's smaller, you won't break traction because the downforce is an aspect of it, which is realistic for most sports cars. Yes, it's easy, but it's real and it's how it should handle. If I'm driving a Porsche 911, I should have an easier time driving than a fucking Hummer. Driving fast, that is. And so, okay, so shocks. Remember how I said I would bring that up? This is it. A common point that is made is that when you go over bumps in GTA 5, it's too smooth. The thing is, GTA 5 does shocks better than 4. This is because GTA 5 shows the ideal working condition of shocks, which are to absorb any sudden impact to preserve handling and sometimes comfort, depending on the car, which leaves the spring suspension to take the weight of the vehicle only. And I don't mean leaf spring, I mean, you know, spring. I guarantee that if you went to any car in your life and you removed the shocks, you will come to see that the car is going to handle exactly like it does in GTA 4. With that being said, if your complaint is that the shocks don't act realistic, buddy, we're in too deep to care about shocks. Because here's the deal. You should be losing your wheels immediately the moment you hit a curb or any surface that's too steep for your wheel. Because most shocks that are not rally and track cars can handle the horizontal force of hitting a curb at high speeds. You can't make a game fun around that. That's why no game does it besides, I don't know, BMG Drive, but that game is done for the crashes. So, the shocks acting like perfect absorbers of power is done for the same reason your engine doesn't cut off when you slam into a wall. Or in GTA 4's case, it's done for the same reason that it fucking leans. The only difference is GTA 5 makes better sacrifices in the name of fun, but also overall realism. While the GTA 4 handling represents G-Force better visually, you know, when you're in GTA 4, you know, 80 miles per hour is represented a lot better than GTA 5 is. You know, so I'll give them that. But if you call GTA 4 realistic, it's a little short-sighted. Because even in my 2012 Ford Fusion, a family sedan built for comfort and space will not experience body roll until past 30 miles an hour. In GTA 4, if I'm driving a fucking Porsche, I'll be holding on to dear life at 15 miles an hour. It's exaggerated. I'll give credit where credit is due. GTA 4 does have a better crashing physics as well. But both of them have their place. GTA 5's driving is entertaining, it's smooth, and it fits that bright California sun world, you know? GTA 4's is harder, deeper, and matches its darker tone. As you can tell by the non-biased take, I prefer GTA 5, and I think it's a step in the right direction. Is it an overstep? I can get that argument, yes. Is it worse than GTA 4? No, I don't think so. I think GTA 4 was pretty bad, and the only thing that GTA 4 has going for it is that if you take away the whole realism argument, if you take away all that stuff, the game itself is a good game. And even though the cars handle like shit, it complements that game. But I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I fucking like driving GTA 4 cars. I've seen YouTubers have their takes on it, with 90% of them being valid. But the moment that they start talking realism and they start using it in the argument, it's out the window for me. Anyways, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like the music. Thank you all, 12 of y'all, for watching this. Bye-bye.